Big Hero 6 is getting a release from Disney Pixar very soon, and due to this, I felt that it was a good enough time to talk about the Marvel-owned property, Big Hero 6. Plus, I love Disney Pixar movies. Can you blame me? Who doesn't love these things? The team of Big Hero 6 was originally created for Alpha Flight number 17 in December 1998. They were then supposed to get their own miniseries entitled Sunfire and the Big Hero 6, but due to publishing issues, the miniseries actually got started before their first appearance. Then there was a second miniseries that came out in 2008, but other than that, they haven't had a reoccurring series since then. So let's go over their story just like we do with all of these Know Your Universes so that you understand what they are in the comic books and you can relate that to the movie. Seeing the Avengers and the X-Men, the Japanese government wanted to have their own state-sanctioned superhero team. So they put together their very own top-secret group of bigwigs to recruit these Japanese superheroes. The bigwig group was called Guri, and they were tasked with forming the superhero team, Big Hero 6. The original field commander for this team was the Silver Samurai, the exact same one that fights against Wolverine frequently. And since he was known as a freelance Ronin and a bodyguard to the terrorist group Viper, members of the Guri had reservations about even bringing him on board. But in the end, he was brought on board and he was put in charge. The second person that was brought on board for Big Hero 6 was Secret Agent Honey Lemon, an inventor of a nanotechnology-based power purse from which she could access any object. They then brought on Go-Go Tomego, who has the ability to expel a Fury Force Blast by uttering her codename. She was actually a prisoner and was released on the condition that she joined Big Hero 6. Kind of reminds me of Suicide Squad. With 3 heroes down, the scientists of the Giri identified 13-year-old boy genius Hirotaka Shiro as their 4th member. But Hiro had no interest on being on a superhero team, never mind being on a team with the infamous Silver Samurai. It would take his mother being kidnapped by the Everwraith for him to be interested. The Everwraith is an astral embodiment of all of those individuals that were killed in the World War II nuclear attacks. To fight against the Everwraith, Hiro invented Baymax, a synthetic bodyguard capable of changing into a synthetic dragon, and it was using the brain scans of his own dead father. Hiro and Baymax were joined by Big Hero 6, which was pretty much Big Hero 3 at this time, to fight against the Everwraith as it was trying to kill everyone in Tokyo. And during this battle, the final member of the original team showed up. Some of you may know him, but for those of you who don't, it was Sunfire, a mutant with the ability to superheat matter into plasma. Before there was Big Hero 6, he was Japan's premier superhero. With the team finally assembled, they were able to defeat the Everwraith and put an end to his plan. And now that they had proven themselves as the heroes of Japan, Big Hero 6 moved to their new headquarters in the Giri office building, which was located in Japan's Cool World amusement park. But here, they were attacked by X the Unknowable, a monster born from a child's drawing that could transform its structure into any form or shape. It would take the assistance of Alpha Flight before they could defeat X the Unknowable with the fires of Mount Fuji. The team then protected Japan from all kinds of threats. But eventually, Sunfire would leave the team to go work for Charles Xavier's corporation in Mumbai, India. His replacement was Sun Power, a woman who also had solar-based powers that Honey Lemon pulled out of her power purse from a whole nother reality. Because of this, Sunfire worshipped Honey Lemon as her god. Silver Samurai also left the team when he was thought to have been killed by Elektra in Iraq. So his spot went to the Ebon Samurai, and with the 2 most experienced members of the team, Hiro took control of the team. They eventually fell victim to mind control and they fought against the newest incarnation of Alpha Flight, but once the mind control was removed, they ended up parting ways with the new Alpha Flight as friends. And then Spider-Man called on Big Hero 6 to help him face off against Dr. Octopus. You see, Dr. Octopus had sent Octopus bots to Japan, so Big Hero 6 needed to stop them. This storyline resolves with Dr. Octopus's robots actually being controlled by their original enemy Everwraith in Japan, and once they stop him, they free Japan of these robots. So in the comics, the team has gone through a few changes just like any Marvel superhero team. Silver Samurai was the original leader and he had the ability to power charge any object. Most notably, he would charge his own katana up with his mutant energy, allowing the katana to slice through anything except adamantium. Sunfire is a former X-Man and he has the ability to fly and generate superheated blasts of plasma energy. Go-Go Tomogo can turn her body into a ball of energy by saying her codename. Honey Lemon's powers are entirely based on her purse and it allows her to pull anything she wants from a different dimension. Hirotaka Shiro is the boy genius that invented Baymax, the synthetic entity that can turn into a dragon. Hiro and Baymax are the 2 that the movie appears to be following for the most part. Ebon Samurai eventually replaced Silver Samurai and he's a former police officer of Tokyo that was actually killed by the Silver Samurai. He then struck a deal with wherever he ended up in the afterlife to return to Earth, where he now uses a demon katana, and he has a permanently bonded black version of Silver Samurai's armor on his body. He was supposed to originally enact his revenge against the Silver Samurai, but he ended up abandoning this quest because the Silver Samurai seemed to have turned a new leaf. He then joined Sunpyre back in the multiverse when she left the team to go home. Speaking of Sunpyre, she is an alternate reality version of Sunfire's sister, and she's also the crown princess of Koronor, a planet hidden deep in the microverse. Eventually, Wasabi no Ginger joins the team, and he's a trained chef who can use swords to fight. He has ki energy that he uses to make his swords paralyze people when he touches them. And they also got Fred. Just Fred. Though he does get the nickname Fredzilla, and his power is to turn into Fredzilla, a Godzilla-like monster. And that's basically it. Big Hero 6 hasn't shown up in very many comics, and they haven't been on TV, and there's no live-action film or show about them. But they do have this Disney Pixar movie coming out, and as far as I'm concerned, that's all that they need, because it's going to be awesome. It's Disney Pixar, guys. This is going to be epic. I'm Benny for Comicstorian, and I hope you guys bought these comics when they came out, because they're going to be going up in value just like they already have been, and they never got a reprint. And if you liked this video, please give it a like, a favorite, and share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time right here at Comicstorian.